welcome on a new Coach Dave Academy Lab Guide. I'm Corentin Guinez, driver for Mercy, and today we are here for the first week of the 2024 Season 2. We are on Oulton Park with the Porsche GT4, and we're driving for the Falcon Sports Car Series. First, as usual, I'm going to go with the hot lap, and then I'm going to go about the details about the combo. So yep, let's get started. Alright guys, so if we go for the lap around Oulton with the Porsche 798 here comes T1, so basically it comes pretty quickly after the start finish line, but still you have a decent sort of straight line to just prepare to this one. So the idea there is to make sure you can maybe not fully stick to the white line, but just keep a bit of a margin to the right side, so then you can arrive into the braking zone and just basically brake straight. So as you can see then, just going basically straight into the corner, then just trying to stick to the left side, then just looking at the you have really the gap between the grass and the white line gets wider, and that's pretty much what I'm looking at when I'm getting into the braking zone of T1. Then as you can see, when I'm really going past this gap, I will just go on the brakes. We'll try to keep a lot of momentum, so I'm not really going hard on the brakes, just about to make sure that I can really find the rotation, so at the same time not going too deep into the ABS, and at the same time not trying to slow down too much the car, because you really need to carry the momentum to this one. So as you can see, keeping like maybe 75% maximum into the corner, and then I will just release the brakes, trying to find the rotation, then getting into the corner, getting my apex, and then just a tiny bit even way before I'm getting into the corner and getting the apex going on power. So as you can see, then just getting everything I can on the inside. But yeah, the thing into this one is to really make sure you can get early on power, because that's what gives you the rotation actually, because then it tends to give you a bit of understeer for this one. And then same for the exit, just make sure you are not leaving the curb, so this one with the right wheels. And then for me, the best is not to really push with the third on the exit, but maybe to short shift to fourth, just a bit before you are leaving the deep right there. So when you are getting out of it, you just put fourth, and then you just stay with fourth for the exit. It's quite okay. You are not losing any power. Then we approach this long left one, so staying in the middle of the track, then crossing the track, trying to find the apex for this one, even if it's fully flat. And then, as you can see, there is a sort of crest right there. Then it goes straight away downhill. So the thing for me is to brake a tiny bit before that, because then if I brake, I think if I brake on it, or if I brake after that, then I will just miss the corner. So I prefer to brake a bit early for this one, because then I really want to make sure I can really stick to the inside all the way for this one, which is really important because you can make a lot of time thanks to that. So as you can see, putting the car to the right, braking a bit before I'm on the crest. So as you can see, there is a sort of maybe a bump or something like that. I don't know, call it the way you want, but you can see that it's straight away after that it goes. You have a dip after that. So yeah, just make sure you brake before that. So as you can see, I'm braking before that. I'm going into the deep. So same as T1, not braking too much, just trying to make sure I can slow down a little bit the car and find the rotation. I think I stay with third, and as you can see, I'm really looking for the curbing. So I'm really using all of the curbing, even on the exit. I'm just trying to make sure I can really maximize the rotation and really run the short distance actually. And then it's really helps you actually to not go too wide on the exit, because this off track is really arch and weird. Sometimes you can go really wide, like on the runoff, and you won't get any off track, and sometimes you just use like 5 centimeters of runoff and you get the off track. So yeah, for me the best way and the fastest way still remains to stay on the track by using that very tight line into this one. And as you can see, I'm really going early on power, so I still not even on the curbing that I'm already going on power. Of course, I'm not going fully on power because I need to be patient. But when you are on the curbing, it's really the point when you can really start to go even on power, because it really gives you some very nice grip. So yeah, very good line to use. And then we have that that short straight line, I would say. So then it gives you some rest, but yeah, the rest is not that long, because then you are approaching this left one, which is yeah, you have to be brave into this one, because you have to carry a lot of momentum, but at the same time, if you carry too much, then you're just gonna end up in the grass and crash. So yeah, the thing there is to really make sure you can really optimize the entry, so then you can have an easy exit, I would say. So then what I'm doing for this one is that I'm looking at the extra tarmac you can see after the exit road, the gravel exit road. So then you have that bit of tarmac which starts just after the gravel. So that's basically what I'm looking at as a braking reference. So basically when I'm getting past the exit road with the gravel, and I'm starting to go over the extra tarmac, that's the point when I'm starting to brake. So as you can see on the brakes, just trying to find the rotation, slow down a little bit the car, because of course you are going too fast when you are approaching this corner. But yeah, the main thing there is to just slow down a little bit the car and then bring the weight to the front, so then you can really find the rotation. So as you can see, then just going on the brakes, but it's not almost 50, then just holding the brakes, and then when I'm reaching the middle of this curb, then I'm just going on power. The idea there is to make sure you're not going to at the beginning you're not going fully on power, because then you will lose the bit of rotation, which gives you the very good way to approach the next one, which is a longer pin actually. So yeah, the main thing is to, as you can see, keep a bit of throttle like that, which actually gives you the rotation, because then if you are too on off on the throttle, you will basically just understeer, and then you're gonna go too wide for the entry of the next one. So yeah, a bit of throttle, and then when the car is really settled into the corner, then you can really try to find the momentum. Then as you can see, putting the car to the left, and then as you can see, when I'm getting past this, I don't know what it is actually, I don't know if you can really see it but yeah, it's sort of dust or something. And when I'm getting past this thing, that's the point where I'm gonna go on the brakes. So as you can see, not going too deep on the brakes, just want to avoid the ABS. I will jump to second for this one. So as you can see, almost touching the grass on the left, then just straight away getting into the corner, jumping to second, still on the brakes, and then when I'm in the middle of this hairpin, I'm just going on power. The thing that it's on camera really gives you the chance to be really aggressive into this corner by going really straightforward to the apex, and also going really early on power. The thing there is to make sure you're not going too wide into the hairpin, because then if you want to do the same with the throttle, you have a chance to go a bit wide and then maybe get the edge of the curb and lose a bit of time. So yeah, and it's really important as well to optimize the exit of this one, because then, as you can see, you will have a long sort of straight, except you have this long right, but it doesn't matter. But then yeah, you still have a decent straight until you reach the chicane. So yeah, just make sure you can really optimize the exit of this hairpin, and then we approach this chicane. So it's a bit difficult to know where you should brake, but actually the thing there is to brake. If you could put a 150 board. I think you could brake at 150. So I'm braking around there. So it's seems like it's going downhill again. Like there is a sort of dip after that. So yeah, that's why I'm braking. As you can see, I think 150 is pretty good considering the 50 is right there. So I guess it's between 150 and 140 you should brake. So yeah, because then I think it's way too late. You will just overshoot the corner and then you're gonna lose a lot of time, because you will lose time there, but you will also lose time in the next corner, which is at the end of the this sector. And then as you can see, you have that sort of straight, but it's completely flat out, so you're gonna lose a lot of time actually if you lose time even in the first bit of the chicane. So what I'm doing is that I prefer to brake a bit earlier for this one, but then I can really make sure that I can really optimize everything, really carry the momentum and not lose that much time, because then if I need to do a massive brake in the first one, I will lose all of the momentum for the rest of the sector, and it's basically not the good thing to do. You will lose a lot. You will gain a lot of time, of course, at the beginning, but then you will lose a big bunch of time. So yeah, as you can see on the brakes, EV braking zone for this one, you can brake almost, or you can brake 100% actually. But the thing there is to make sure you can really release the brake until you are getting into the corner. As you can see, really close with the tire wall. Could be closer, I think, but yeah, still better to not play too much with the limits, of course, because you never know. And then yeah, just when you are getting into the chicane, just going in power, trying to find the momentum, and as you can see, that I'm not too wide on the exit of the first beat, so I'm in a good position, so then I can really carry the momentum through this left one, and then it gives you the momentum for the rest of the sector. So yeah, once again on the brakes, releasing the brakes, getting into the chicane, trying to make sure I'm not running too wide on the exit of the first right of the chicane, and then I just try to carry the momentum through the next bit of the chicane, putting a bit of braking to get this left one, because the thing there is not to only go flat for this left one, but it's also to think about the fact that you have a next right-hander just after that, which is pretty close of this one. So the idea there for this one is to make sure you can get the exit a bit tight, so then you can really optimize the entry and the exit of the next corner, which is important because, like I said, then you have a bit of a flat sector, so you can just go fully on power. So yeah, really important to optimize that one. So as you can see, just a bit of braking in the transition between the two corners of the chicane, and then as you can see, putting the car to the left. Then I'm just braking a little bit when I'm like there is a sort of crest right there. So when I'm on top of the crest, going on the brakes just a little bit, just to make sure I can really slow down the car and find a bit of rotation. And then next I reset for this one. Then just going on power before I'm getting into the right one, and as you can see, using quite a lot of curb on the inside. Just maybe try to make sure you're not running more than that, otherwise maybe it can get bouncy if there is a deep right there, and then you can maybe get enough track. So yeah, just make sure you're not running too deep on the inside. And then same for the exit, just make sure you're not running too deep on the outside, because then you can get enough track. Like that it's fine, but if you are really reaching the limit of the run up, then you will get the off track. So yep, we're done for this sector, and then we will go for the last bit of the track. So this is fully flat out. Going to the right side for this one, and then I will just go across the track, running the curb, and then as soon as I'm landing from the curb and the car is straight, you can go on the brake. The idea there is to not brake too late, because then you will just get understeer for this one and you're gonna lose a lot of time for sure. As usual, if you enter quickly, you will gain time on the entry, but then you're gonna lose all the time mid and exit of the corner. So yeah, like I said, just run the curb. For me, it's the best way to actually like it's a way to know where I should brake, because I know that when I'm landing from this curb and the car is straight, I can brake. So yeah, then it's my way to do it. It's just maybe a way to remember how to actually make this corner all the time. But yeah, it's not necessary to get the curb, so maybe you can make it without getting the curb. But for me, yeah, it's the best way to do it. So it's the best way to remember how or where I should brake actually. So as you can see, running the curb, landing from the curb, carry straight on the brakes, and then same, not braking too much, not trying to slow down the car too much. It's just about finding the rotation and of course slowing down a bit the car, but you don't need to slow down that much the car because it's all about momentum as well into this one. And as you can see, I'm getting really early on power, getting my first apex, and from the first apex I'm just going on power. Of course I'm not going fully on power, it's just about managing the power, but yeah, from the second apex, as you can see, even before the second apex, before I'm entering the second one, I'm going fully on power because I managed the entry of the first right one. So then it really gives me the freedom to really push for the second bit of this double right-hander. As you can see, just staying most of the time on the inside, and then as you can see on the exit, just using the curb. And for this one, I think I stay with third all the way, by the way. So yeah, I don't think it would make sense anyway to drop to second because it would be too low, I guess. So yeah, once again, getting the curb on the exit, just make sure you're not running too wide. Even if I think it's quite okay when you are running wide, you're not losing that much time. Even if, of course, I think you're gonna lose some time. And yeah, I think the off track is quite okay there. So if you are putting the left wheels on the grass, it's quite okay. And then we will approach the last corner of the track. So basically, looking at this board, which indicates that the next corner is a right-hander, and then I'm just going on the brakes when I'm getting past this board. So nothing fancy actually. Getting past the board, going on the brakes, trying to make sure I can brake as hard as I can when the car is straight. And then when I'm getting into this deep, I will just start to drop to second, try to just release brakes, turning in, and then as you can see, I'm just not really getting the curving. I think I'm getting a bit of curb, but most of the time when you are getting too much of the curb, there you may get an off track, and at the same time it makes the car bounce. So I don't really like that because the thing is that especially with the Porsche, maybe it can be better with the other ones, but maybe the Porsche is a bit more sensitive sometimes to this kind of thing. So yeah, that's why I prefer to get a little bit of curbing, but not too much, because then it makes the car bounce if you get too much of it. So yeah. Then when you're into the apex, into the deep, in the middle of the deep, you can go on power. Just try to make sure you can really put the car straight before you are going fully on power. Straight on the wheel, getting the curb on the exit, and yeah, we are done for the lap around Oulton Park with the Porsche 700 GT4. Okay guys, so we are done for this week already. That was the week 1 of the Falcon Sports Car Series with the Porsche 718 GT4 around Oulton Park. I hope you learned from this lap guide. That's the main target when we are making this kind of content. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and join the Discord server if you have any questions about the work we are making, which could be setups or even those lap guides. And yeah, I see you for week 2 next time. Bye bye.